What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C4 here, and I'm up early as fuck getting ready for these Thanksgiving football games as I have six, count them, fantasy football players playing today. My opponent has five, I think, which, is kind of risky because it seems like every Thursday night game has not turned out good results for my fantasy football players, and I got like half my fucking team playing today, and we're well in the hunt for playoffs. And we can't lose this, so come on, Big Ben. Come on, Antonio Brown. Come on, Jordan Reed. Come on, Adam Vinatieri. Come on, Fat Rob. You got this, boy. Come on, Theo Riddick. We can get this shit done. But today, we're going to be talking about the 10 things to take a look at for the Eagles' Monday night matchup, primetime football at the Link. Fuck, I wish I was there. Against the Green Bay Packers. So here are the 10 things, not necessarily all that they need to do to win, but just my take and things I'm worried about, things I think we can take advantage of. And overall, once we're done these 10 points, if the Eagles follow my command, we should improve to, 6-5. So number 10, is it going to be the Wendell Smallwood show? It looks like that. There's going to be no Ryan Matthews. Sproles is limited. I assume he'll be, I don't know. I think I'd probably sit Sproles for this one and just have Kenyon Barner be our receiving back. Even Smallwood has solid hands. I don't think he's actually dropped the ball yet in any time he's been targeted out of the backfield. But I just roll with Wendell Smallwood, man. This is the running back that you guys said, regardless of where he was drafted this year, you said this guy here is the running back we want for our first Doug Pearson draft class. Now, let's see why. He's looked pretty decent in his limited snaps. And the Packers have at the beginning, they kind of had a padded stat against run defenses because they played against teams that can't run the ball. But overall, with Clay Matthews, they have decent tracking linebackers. You got good safety in Clint Dix. They have a solid run D, so it's a great test for our offensive line and Wendell Smallwood to hopefully show off and see this is our running back of the future. We don't have to worry about Ryan Matthews, even though he had that one pretty good game against the Atlanta Falcons. If we can move on from his $5 million next season, that's money we can allocate elsewhere. Hashtag sign Benny fucking Logan. Number 9 is Green Bay run game will be non-existent again, so game plan accordingly. This is going to be a thing where Green Bay, they have Starks, but then they also have kind of wide receivers playing running back. You're not going to be able to run against our front seven. Let's just call it is what it is. We have one of the best front sevens in the league, and Green Bay is going to go fuck. This is going to be a game where Aaron Rodgers is going to throw a bunch of screen passes. He's going to have 50-some goddamn attempts. And a road game, that is exactly what we want. But our defense is going to definitely scare Green Bay away. If not, if it hasn't already, when they're game planning for this matchup, they will recognize within the first, fucking 2 drives that they're not going to be able, with whatever their running back situation is, run it against our front seven. But number 8, screen game could be a problem because they do throw it to, they have Montgomery. Even Starks is as the primary, I would say James Starks is a pass catching back. If Ty Montgomery gets snaps back there, there's going to be a lot of screens. And for the last, regardless of our defensive coordinator, just maybe our linebackers, they have struggled against the screen game. And this is going to be a big aspect of the Green Bay offense in this game. And I think that is a little bit worrying if you are a Philadelphia Eagle fan. How many times have we seen guys get in open space and our linebackers whiff on a tackle, or Malcolm Jenkins whiff on a tackle, or any of our corners whiff on a tackle? So that is something that I'm a little bit worried about. Number 7 is Aaron Rodgers is still Aaron Rodgers at the end of the day, and our corners still suck. Sure, these haven't been the juggernaut Green Bay Packers of the years past, but it just takes that one time, that one game that you forget that this is Aaron Rodgers, and you forget that our corners, if this was any other year, and this was like the regular Green Bay Packers, we would be fearful that Aaron Rodgers is going to pick and roast and toast our motherfucking corners. Instead of Jordy Nelson, he looks all right. He's catching touchdowns at the very least. He's a red zone threat. I'm not acting like that, man. This game here is going to be incredibly tough. Sure, the Packers kind of suck this year, but it only takes one game, one couple moments for that superstar ability to click, and we're going to be, what the fuck? And I could just see a lot of overconfident Eagle fans this week saying, we're going to kill them, man. The Packers suck. Aaron Rodgers is looking like shit. I don't know if it's the coach, it's Aaron Rodgers, but we're going to win this one. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron fucking Rodgers. He is Aaron Rodgers, okay? If he has a big game, don't be those Eagle fans that say, of course Aaron Rodgers would have his bounce-back game against us. No, I'm fucking expecting it. He's Aaron Rodgers for a goddamn reason, and if we don't come to play, we can still get torched very badly. Number 6 is our wide receivers should be able to get open, though, against a Sam Shields-less Green Bay. Shields is done for the year, and their secondary has been not amazing. So that is definitely a plus for our weak wide receivers. I fully expect Jordan Matthews to have himself a nice day. We'll talk about the other wide receivers later, but I think Matthews should have a nice day. Zach Ertz should continue to see upwards of 6-7 receptions. Looks real positive to see the rapport between him and Carson Wentz developing. DGB finished off somewhat strong against Seattle Seahawks, so maybe that's a little momentum boost to him, and we can continue to get him more involved in the game plan. I fully expect us to be able to throw the ball effectively here against Green Bay. Number 5 is go easy against the blitz. We love Jim Schwartz for his aggressive defense. We love it when a blitz works, but watch any game with the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers struggles immensely when he has too much time to throw the ball. So I would be dropping those motherfuckers back into coverage. I would not, unless it's a very rare occasion, and sure as hell, not on fucking third down where they're going to be running screen passes. I would not blitz more than our front four. I would I would not have a safety blitz the entire game. I would not have a corner blitz the entire game. At the most, I would say 2 motherfucking linebacker blitzes. We have Bradham usually comes on one, or Kendricks comes. Usually Hicks stays home. Just get pressure with our front four. They can do enough. Benny Logan's back there. Our defensive line is fucking rocking. Do not blitz anyone else than our front four, for the love of God. Give Aaron Rodgers more time than he has, because that seems I don't know if he's overthinking it, or maybe his wide receivers suck and they don't get any separation. But when he has plenty of time in the pocket, for some reason he's literally the only quarterback in the league that struggles when he has a bunch of time. Number 4 is Nelson Agholor better sit, for the love of God, for his sake. This is a quick little off note about this, because everyone is quick to shit on Nelson Agholor. That's why I've picked my words carefully when talking with Nelson Agholor. Everyone wants to cut him. Everyone wants him out of town. And I've come in and said, don't send him out of town. Just sit him on the bench. More so because of his cap hit. If we got rid of him, it costs us money. But at the end of the day, at USC, Agholor, for his credit, I've always hated USC receivers, even before Agholor. I said he actually looked pretty goddamn good in college for a wide receiver. I remember watching USC and Agholor. I was like, man, that guy actually looks like he can be a solid NFL player. And now that he's seeing reports coming out that he's going to see a sports psychologist, at the end of the day, you got to feel for the guy. Just imagine if you're in his shoes. You're just this young athlete that is struggling immensely, not getting helped out by your coach by getting pulled off and saying, fucking sit down, rest, relax for a couple games, regain your confidence. He's in the toughest media market against the toughest fans, and rightfully so. I'll never go back on my criticism. If you fucking suck, get off the goddamn field, because we know there's guys like Paul Turner that performed in the preseason that should be able to make plays where your ass is failing to do so. But death threats, he's got a fucking bunch of death threats. He's got I think when people say, oh, you better not come off the bus when he gets home to fucking Philadelphia and stuff like that. No, we need to encourage him. It's kind of like the whole Donald Trump thing. People that are shitting on Donald Trump being your president. Someone made a tweet, it's like rooting for the pilot of your airplane to crash. At the end of the day, we have to rely on our first-round picks. He's not going to get cut. He costs way too much money right now. At the very least, he won't get cut until 2018. So we're just accept the fact where we stuck with Agholor for one more year and hope to God that what I've been calling for is for him to fucking sit on the bench. That can regain his confidence. It feels to me like every time he goes out there on the field, he's just saying, don't throw me the ball. Don't throw me the ball. I don't want to fuck up. I don't want to deal with this. As opposed to sit his ass on the goddamn bench, let him watch DGB, let him watch Bryce Treggs, let him watch Paul Turner get his snaps, so that when he gets out there on the field the next time, he's thinking in his head, fuck these motherfuckers. Give me the ball. I'm going to make a goddamn play. I'm a first-round draft pick. I am not sitting on this fucking bench again. So there's 2 different types of mentalities that Doug Peterson can achieve if he handles this Agholor situation correctly. But he better not see, if any, fucking very limited snaps against Green Bay. Number 3, Paul Turner time, baby. We get to see our preseason MVP finally take the reins. I don't know how many snaps. I can just see them trolling us and only giving him 2-3 snaps, which would be incredibly frustrating. But I hope we get to see a lot of Paul Turner action. I would love to have him get a touchdown or something like that in his first game. And his rapport with Carson Wentz is going to be a little bit interesting. But when Wentz wasn't preparing to be the starter, I assume he got some work with Paul Turner. So maybe the chemistry between the two isn't as bad as some people are making it out to be. But Paul Turner, baby, I am turned up. Number 2 is we're 4-0 at the link. Let's go to 5-0. Defend this fortress. Become one of those teams that become incredibly, incredibly difficult to lose at home. It was just last year we couldn't seem to fucking win at home. Now the Doug Peterson era has ushered in change, and that's always a good thing when you go and everyone knows when you come to Lincoln Financial Field, these fans, they're getting behind their team, they're getting behind their young franchise quarterback, they're getting behind their defensive coordinator, and through their sick defense, it's always going to be tough to beat them. So continue to make the Link an absolute fortress. And number one is let Carson Wentz be aggressive against the Packers, just like Kirk Cousins was. I think Wentz can make every throw Kirk Cousins has. I think Kirk Cousins might have a little bit better wide receivers. Obviously, you got Jordan Reed, but let him be aggressive. Don't let him be passive. Don't resort to short passes, screen game. Attack this Green Bay Packers team. You saw what happened. You attack the Green Bay Packers team, you're going to get big plays, and then that opens up the run game. If Fat Rob can get 130 yards and 3 touchdowns, Wendell Smallwood can get 130 yards and 3 touchdowns. Redskins' offensive line is no better than ours, so we got to attack the defense, make them stay honest, make them defend the deep ball, and that will open up the run game. So I think overall, I'm going to have to go with the Eagles. I haven't made a bold prediction in quite some time. The last time I did this, I said Atlanta Falcons. We were going to beat the Falcons. I didn't make one for the Seattle game last week. I was too uncertain about that. I'm going to come back out and make, I kind of hate that I'm picking and choosing when I tell you guys what I think about the Eagles. I think they're going to win this game against Green Bay. I think the Eagles are going to win every single game at home. I have a gut feeling that might not still be enough. I can see fucking everyone else just winning their games. But I think they win this one in Green Bay, most importantly, on Monday night. So that's 2-0 for Carson Wentz on primetime games. He beat the Bears earlier in the season, and he's looking to do work against the Packers. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this matchup. If this is your first time stopping by, you're an Eagles fan, what the fuck took you so long to find your boy? Don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. And if you just want to see me rage after the Eagles game, win or lose, that's always a good reason to subscribe and stick around. And until next time, it's your boy C4 saying peace out.